Hello, time travelers. Welcome to the Aging Journey podcast, an actual play podcast where we go back in time and play RP games themed around time and growing up in a variety of systems. Please enjoy the Turquoise Menace by our GM M. Hubbard in this fun original game of Rocket Club.
All right. Welcome back to our second episode of Turquoise Menace. We are playing the game Rocket Club, a game of middle school geniuses obsessed with rockets battling an alien invasion. The game is currently in playtesting, so watch out for it in the future, unless you're listening to this in the future and maybe it's already on your bookshelf. Who knows? It's written by M. Hubbard. I coincidentally am Hubbard, and here are our players for today.
Hi, I am Lestariel, and I will be playing Scarlett.
Hi, I'm Wabi, and I will be playing Indy.
Hello, I'm Not Quite Normal, and I will be playing Connor.
Hi, I'm Pan42 Tarot, and I have a tarot channel where I read tarot on YouTube called Pan42 Tarot, and I will be playing Opey.
Pan's YouTube channel is fun. I checked out a couple of the videos the other day. Very cool.
Thanks.
Highly recommended. So we are picking up where we left off. Last session saw our pint-sized heroes battling some strange robot creatures as they made their way to the center of their little town, seeking out the alien craft floating overhead. Then we flashed back 2 days to the night of the school Valentine dance when everything went wild. Our heroes made their way into town, searching for what was going on, looking for the excitement, throwing themselves into danger, and eventually decided to break into a Radio Shack and build a communication device so they could pick up signals from the ship above. I want to, it's always great to start off just by changing something, but I want to retcon one little thing that happened toward the end of last episode. So y'all were rolling to build your new creation, and Connor, on your roll,
Yes.
you got learn something and asked what is being hidden or overlooked. What I said was that you could pick up the local kind of emergency signals with the device that you were building. I want to change that to something I think is more interesting. So kind of like rewind just a little bit, and as Connor is bringing over some wires and pieces to patch onto the machine, the little ginger cat Scarlett, Indy's pet, hops up onto the table and some signals. Magenta, sorry. What did I say it was called?
You said Scarlett. That's a player.
Oh, yeah. Scarlett is a human child. Yeah. Sorry. All these color names. Magenta, the little cat, hopped up onto the counter, and suddenly some signals kind of went wild. And what you noticed was that with some minor adjustments, you think that you could pick up the signals that you've realized the ship is searching for on the ground. You think that you could find what what you've learned that the ship is seeking out. So it's been sending down these signals looking for a response on the planet, in the town, some kind of similar energy signature or something like that. So what
Oh,
you've learned with
nice.
that role is that you can modify it, and you could maybe find what the strangers are seeking. But before you've gotten around to that, things went from weird to terrible outside, and there are explosions happening throughout the downtown. And as Indy turned away from the window to talk to the rest of the group, there was an explosion right out on the street, and the glass behind her shattered, raining glass everywhere. And that, players, is where we left off. So, what's our immediate reactions there?
Ow.
Yeah, how hurt is Indy?
I think like very startled, maybe some slight scratches. His back was to the door or to the window, so it's kind of just like glass came flying through and some little scratches, but nothing really major aside from being frightened.
And did the glass get like all the way to us on the inside? Like how big of an explosion was it? Like
I'm imagining that everybody was kind of at the counter of the store. I gotta say, it's been a long time since I've been in a Radio Shack, and I don't know if we need to be that true to life, but I'm
fair.
imagining like racks of like wires and like whatever things kind of in between you and the front window. So nobody else was really hit with anything, but I mean, there may be like little bits of glass that tinkle across the top of the counter, but no one else was really immediately affected by it.
And can we see out the window like what made the explosion or not really?
No. I think
Oh my
Indy
gosh.
was standing at the window, supposedly keeping watch, but was actually focused on his phone at the time, and just kind of noticed these like booms and pops going off nearby, but you don't know what actually happened.
Okay. Then Opie's definitely gonna rush towards Indy. Oh my gosh, Indy, are you okay? That was a really big explosion. Did you see what happened?
No, I looked down at my phone for 1 second and the window just shattered.
Well, are you hurt at all?
I think I'm okay.
Okay. Indy's Opie like is gonna help Indy up, brush him off.
Thanks.
Sure. And then Opie's gonna walk towards the window to like look up into the sky outside.
So what you see outside immediately are like looking up, you see these just a couple of almost they look like soap bubbles, like big spheres that are kind of translucent, a little shiny, floating through the air. Um, it looks kind of like childish and magical, but you see one kind of drift down the street a little ways, and hit the top edge of a building down the street, and it just bursts. Flash of light and plaster and concrete come raining down onto the street.
There's bubbles of destruction.
What do you mean bubbles of destruction?
The spaceship is like blowing a bunch of bubbles out into the city, and they're making those big old explosions that we're hearing.
Oh, that's not good. I know we wanted to like save the city or whatever, but is it safe for us to stay here? I feel like we might need to go.
Well, I think Connor might have been onto something. You know, while we were making this scanner.
I think Connor looks a little shell shocked over in the corner. He's sitting there, kind of like twiddling with the device that we were working on, and then kind of registers that you're talking about him. Oh, yeah, here. I was fiddling with it. We can detect something now. They are searching for something.
Yeah, they're searching for something. Maybe we should find this something.
I want to know what Scarlett's reaction is, because Scarlett really didn't want everybody to come into the city to begin with.
Instant mom friend mode is kind of poking and prodding at Indy, like making sure that nothing is hurt, because he said that he wasn't hurt, but she does not believe him. So it's like turning in a circle around, like just checking, making sure that there are no open wounds or anything, and then kind of also yells at Opie a little bit, like, "Get away from the window! What are you doing? That just exploded! Get away from the window!"
Well, it's not gonna explode again. The bubble's popped already.
Yeah, but you might.
I think right then there's another explosion like a short way down the street.
Scarlett, I'm fine, I promise. Where's Magenta? Here, come here, girl. And he like scoops Magenta up in his arms and like keeps her close. Not the place to be wandering around.
And I'll say for Connor over at the creation, your jumble of like wires and radio dish and an old tape deck or whatever you've cobbled together, like you've figured out that you can pick up this signal terrestrially, but there's like a lot of noise, like whatever this energy signature is, you're picking up like just too much of it. Like you think you're probably too close to the ship, so it's just like that energy is in the air. So it needs some adjustments before you can really make it work. So if you want to get that going, you'll have to stick around this place in danger for a little bit longer.
I think Connor would walk over to Opie and give her the device. Hey, this, I think it needs a little bit more fine tuning. It's not my area of expertise, but maybe you can figure it out.
Well, sure. Let me just fix it a little bit more. Maybe we can hone this signal in and dial this thing together and boost the signal over here.
Well, you might want to move away from the window a little bit while you do that.
Please.
That's fair.
Thank you, Connor.
Maybe we should find a load-bearing wall or something.
Is there like a back to the store, like a storage closet or something that's like a little bit more protected?
Yeah, there's probably like a stock room.
Maybe we should go back there.
I'm down.
I think that's an excellent idea.
All right, so what I would like then from Opie is a roll to make this happen. There are a couple of ways that you could go with this. I know design is the thing that you probably really want to roll, but if you
Yeah.
want to do it quickly, I would call that propulsion.
Propulsion.
Design, you're going to be here for a bit. And I'll also remind you that on the very last roll of last session, it was Indy's roll, and he rolled a crisis. So this next roll is going to be what we call dire, which means basically that things could go very badly, and you could, when you fail, if you fail, I shouldn't say when you fail, if you fail, you'll get a good amount of tension from it.
Ooh.
Does this count as rocket surgery?
No, I think this is just, you've already made the thing, so this is just a roll to make
To
those little
tweak it?
tweaks on it to, yeah, get it to do something that you didn't intend it to do.
Okay.
If you want to roll propulsion, I'll have you go ahead and roll, and you'll either succeed or fail, and you'll do it quickly. If you want to go and spend more time with it, I'll probably have you wait and roll because other stuff will pop off first.
Well, I think we probably want to make it happen fast. So I'm gonna go for it. Let's just roll. Okay, here we go. Oh, not bad.
Ooh.
Not
Oh,
bad.
great. What do you have in propulsion?
Nothing.
Okay, well, so that's your roll,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's a good
Which
roll.
is why I wanted to roll. Oh, good. It's hope, not anger. Awesome. Great.
So what you got is a 6 on your outcome die. It's a success. 4 on your mood die. That's hope. And 4 on your side effect. You look cool. Um,
I'm so cool. It's like Opie's like, it looks like she's playing with a Rubik's Cube, the way she's like fiddling with this crazy device.
nice. Just to remind everybody, pay attention to those mood rolls. So when you roll your own, when that's the final dice roll, you will mark in overcome, that's bad, or overwhelm, that's bad. If anybody else rolls your mood, you mark on the advanced track next to their name. That's good. I don't think anybody has hope. So, but yeah, you knock this thing together really quick. You twist it and bop it and whatever else, and yeah, you've kind of tuned out whatever this energy signature is that's immediately in the area, and now you're picking up kind of a direction where it's coming from in town.
Holy Moses, guys! I think I found it. It's going that way. It's that way. Let's get a move on. Get on the ATV. Let's go.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Hold on. There's still the matter of the fact that there are exploding bubbles everywhere.
Well, yeah, but we all got rockets, so we can go pretty fast.
Does it seem to be headed closer to the UFO, away from it? What does it seem like it's heading?
Definitely away from it.
Away?
Well,
Away,
then
yeah.
that seems like a good move then. We get away from the UFO, we get away from all the explosions.
I guess away is fine.
Probably would be a good idea.
Let's get a move on then.
All right. So what does this look like? Is everybody actually hopping on the ATV? Are you splitting up?
Almost all of us have like propulsion vehicles.
Yeah. Everybody can definitely move.
Yeah.
I think for Connor, he puts himself back a little bit. He's not on the vehicle, he's just kind of swinging behind it.
All right. Like attached to it?
Not attached to it, but just kind of keeping pace with it, but behind it a little bit.
Just like Spider-Manning through the city.
Yeah, but with jetpack on his belt. Or jet boosters attached to his.
Vroom, vroom, we're so fast.
We zipping and zooming.
How bad does the city look as we're zipping and zooming?
It's rough. There's definitely like smoke coming out of buildings. A lot of as you were heading into town, there was a lot of backed up traffic. Some of that has cleared up, and some of it has like cars have been flipped over and blasted off the road, and it's just like piled up wreckage and abandoned cars. I think you've probably been in that Radio Shack for a little while, and even like another like 20 minutes after these explosions have started. So people have really cleared out. You maybe pass by some like people who are like huddled in doorways, things like that. Smoke billowing, holes in buildings, destroyed cars, lots of glass across the streets. And these explosions are still happening. You can still see these like bubbles floating through the air. Knowing what they are, well, not specifically what they are, but knowing that they should be avoided, you can kind of see where to go and where not to go. I'm going to use one of my GM moves as you're making your way through town. This move is called Wend. So the town is strange and confusing place. You can't really go directly. You all know this town. Well, most of you know this town really well. But because like some of the streets are blocked because you have to kind of like suddenly turn around and go the other way because there's a bubble floating towards you, you're out of your element. So I need everybody to roll either design or grace. You can choose based on kind of how you're particularly dealing with this. Did we kind of establish everybody is like using their own form of propulsion? Nobody's on the ATV aside from Opie.
Yes, I think that's the case.
Okay, so then yeah, I need everybody to roll. And Indy, because of your one of your moves, you get an extra reroll on that, whatever you decide to do.
Yeah, so the move I have is called Culture Shock. This town is strange. They don't do things the way you do. During the game, the GM will use town moves, which can impact the player characters negatively or positively. You can take an extra reroll resisting any town moves because you just aren't as easily affected.
Yeah, and I think that in this case, it's like everybody else is looking for familiar roads and like trying to find something that they already know about, and you're not.
Yeah. Well, I'm immediately going to reroll my outcome because I rolled really low.
Okay. Who was that first roll in green?
Oh, that's me. That's Opey.
Okay.
I still failed, so we're going to try again.
I'm gonna re-roll that again.
There we go.
All right. Who's the third one on here?
That'd be me. I gotta re-roll my 2. And maybe a 5, I don't know. Then something's good. I don't need to re-roll the 5. But I kind of want to, because I have an extra re-roll. I also want to see what
And for Scarlett, is that your ultimate roll, or do you need to re-roll still?
I think I can re-roll my 2 if I have.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna re-roll my outcome.
Nice.
That's a
All
lot better.
right.
Hey.
Yeah, everybody did great. So everybody succeeded. Um, let's just go through one by one. So Opie got success, thrill, and extra. So you can get a little something extra out of that. For Indy, success, sadness. So I think somebody's gonna mark sadness. And learn something. And Connor, success, thrill again, and learn something. And Scarlet, success, sadness. You look cool. Okay, so the thrill, I think, makes sense. I don't think we really need to investigate that at all for those who rolled thrill. It's thrilling to be like jetting through the town while things are exploding around you for sure. Indy, first, why are you feeling sad?
I think, like, even though I haven't been here long, I've been starting to feel like, like this place is my home now, and kind of watching it get destroyed is pretty upsetting. Indy's just like, gosh, I'm like, it's not safe here. I thought I felt safe here, and it's not safe anymore.
Hmm. Yeah. And what question do you want to ask on your learn something on your side effect?
I think I'm gonna go with, what will the spaceship do next?
You definitely have a good idea of that. Your best guess, we won't get into why you think this, but is more. You think that it will escalate.
Escalate in what way? Like, destruction wise? Like, get
Destruction,
worse?
yeah. Get worse,
That,
for sure.
yeah, that does make sense.
Honor, you also rolled the learn something on your side effect. Do you have a question you want to ask?
Yeah, what has been hidden or overlooked?
Uh, I know what I want to tell you. I'm trying to decide whether I want to put it in a message or not.
Ooh,
Pumping you full of
secret.
stuff.
Secrets. But then the audience won't
I'm gonna
know.
go. Yeah. Well, the audience isn't gonna know anyway for right now, but I think I'll go ahead and say it. But I'm gonna say it in a way that I think like hopefully you'll know what I'm talking about, and maybe everybody else won't. Um,
Ooh.
I think as you are following close behind Opie on the ATV, um, I want to imagine that you all have like packed this machine that you've made that's picking up a signal onto the back like little luggage rack or extra seat of the ATV, like strapped it on with some bungees or something like that. You are you have a view of that readout as you're following behind, and um, what you pick up is that you have something that is giving off that signal.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, so moving on, Scarlett, why are you feeling sad?
I would say likely it's like this is the city that I grew up in, and this is like the place where I have watched like things change and stuff happen, but never like this. Like it's looking around and it's just complete and utter chaos and destruction, and I'm like, ah, there's places that I made memories that now no longer exist. They have been blown up. Sad.
That is sad. All right, and why do you look cool?
There is a large bubble coming my way, and I managed to very gracefully and evasively maneuver around it and end up doing some type of narrow miss with a building.
Ooh.
Nice. And you're up in front, so everybody sees it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Good job, Scarlett.
Thank you.
A success on or against the wind move means the town leads you where you need to go. The best place for you to be, whether or not it's where you intended to go. Um, I'm gonna say you get kind of like so you're trying to partially trying to get outside of the downtown area to somewhere a little safer. Partly following this signal readout, you get pushed in directions that are taking you away from where the signal wants to lead you, and you end up close to kind of the edge of town, where Opie lives. So you're nearby Opie's little cottage that's off on the edge of town with their little farm and stuff like that. And that's where I'll give you a moment to decide what you want to do next.
Is the signal like stopped? Or is it like, have we found the place?
You you found like a moment where things aren't blowing up around you. You know where you are. The signal is still pointing you kind of in the direction of the school generally, but you have kind of just like a quiet moment to decide, do you want to stop here? Do you want to just keep following the signal? Do you want to, I don't know, check on your families or anything like that? Whatever you want to do.
I can say of Scarlett that she has likely been worried about Sunny in the back of her mind this whole time.
Mhm.
Just
Aw.
don't know how to go about that type of check-in because she probably doesn't have a phone.
Yeah, and you said, did you say that Scarlett's parents are out of town or just that they go out of town a lot?
That they go out of town a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, you could call home.
That's not a terrible idea. I might do that.
I'd say your dad picks up really quickly, very panicked, and is like, "Scarlett, where are you? We We went to the school where we were going to pick you up, and you weren't there. Are you okay?
Yeah, everything's okay. I'm with Opie and the gang out at her house. Is everybody okay there? Is Sunny all right?
Yeah, I mean, there's been things things blowing up, but I mean, it seems like we're safe here for right now. Power's on and off. Can we come in? Can I come pick you up? Can you get home?
I don't think that's safe right now. I'm good here. I'm good here.
Are Opie's parents there? I
Um,
don't think you're even like in the house yet, so you don't know. But
well, we know her mom isn't, but
yeah, I don't know. I
uh,
never heard about an
not
an
sure.
Opie dad. I was assuming it was just a mom.
No, it's just a mom.
Okay, then she kind of like, no, but we're really far outside of town and everything's okay, and we're stopping here for now. We're good.
Did you tell him that mom's got a bunker too?
Your mom has a
Does she?
bunker?
Oh yeah. This farm used to be an air raid shelter, when we thought that the whole world was gonna blow up with nuclear bombs
Oh.
back in the 60s.
So apparently we have a bunker too.
Why have we never hung out at your house then?
Uh, Mom doesn't like other people touching her real cool stuff.
Lame.
I know, but I'm not even supposed to touch it. Can you imagine if you and me were in Mom's cool stuff yard together?
Honestly, if we need to figure out how to defend ourselves against these aliens, going into your mom's cool stuff might be the way to go.
I mean, I'm so down.
Not mentioning that her mom's cool stuff is like gardening supplies.
Yeah, but like highly scientific gardening
Right.
supplies.
Yeah.
Government grade gardening supplies.
Let me ask this of Scarlett. Are you being honest when you tell him that you're going to stay at Opie's house?
I was scared you were gonna. I was scared you were gonna ask that. I'm gonna say that Scarlett is probably pretty determined to stay here at this point. Like, she wants to help, but doesn't really want to leave because of all the stuff that's going on. So she thinks that she is being honest. She knows that she might not be entirely, but she thinks that she is.
Okay. I'll let that go. I'll let that roll then. That your dad kind of like knows that tone in your voice and is Scarlett's the hero, so he trusts her, at least for right now. So he's like, okay, yeah, just stay there, be safe. If anything happens, call me right away. Promise me you'll do that.
I promise.
Right. And I think Connor probably has like a voicemail from his mom. Also, did you say she's German?
Yes, and a nurse.
Okay. Can't do a German accent, so
I'm struggling to do Irish, so it's all right.
no, you're doing good. You're doing great.
It's fine. She's just German American.
Yes.
Connor's Irish German, so that's fun.
Yeah, totally. So she's left you a message. Again, kind of. I think she keeps a cool head. She's a nurse. She's not panicked. She's very direct and very insistent, telling you that she is staying at the hospital. There are obviously like injuries coming in. She needs to stay there and be on top of that. She has talked to your dad and she knows that you're not home. She needs you to get home right away, and let everyone know where you are. And like remember your first aid, remember your emergency preparedness. And she loves you.
Connor texts back to like, okay, with Opie and the crew, we'll get home. Love you too.
All right. So, I'm picturing everybody kind of gathered in front of Opie's mom's little house. Um, some like little scrubby trees in front and really like really beautiful flower garden. Or cactus garden or something like that. And engines idling, weird machine gently beeping. What's the plan?
Well, guys, we could go raid Mom's do not touch this stuff pile and then keep going, or we could just keep going.
Well, I mean, all of our rockets are pretty, like, transport based and less kick butt based. So it might be good to arm ourselves.
That's fair. Didn't we also like take a bunch of like gunpowder and stuff from our like rocket clubhouse?
Did we?
Yeah, I think you did kind of stock up a bit.
There is a lot there, yeah. We do have some propellant back at the clubhouse. That's over at the school. We could go there pretty easily. Although I do want to see what your mother has got.
Well, there's a room that I'm not allowed in that part of my TV is from. So we could go there and take a couple of things.
I'm sure your mom would be understanding.
Now, are you not allowed in it, or is everybody not allowed in it?
It says do not enter on the door, particularly Ophelia.
Particularly Ophelia.
Yeah.
So if you don't enter, but the rest of us, or maybe just me, enter.
I think that well, I've already been in there. That's what makes the ATV go without gas.
Oh.
But what do you use for propellant?
Oh, it's this really cool battery that Mom's been working on. It uses mostly solar energy, and it's really cool.
Yeah. Dang, that is really cool.
We should hook that up. Come on, let's just.
Mom does not know I have this. You cannot tell Mom.
If we get through this whole ordeal, I will not tell your mom.
Good, thank you. That's great, guys. I really like my ATV.
I think we can like cut to bottom of the concrete stairs underneath the like garden shed. Somebody flicking a light switch and the fluorescent lights in this bunker come on. If this is like her research lab, there's probably like so Opie's mom is a plant nutrition scientist, is that right?
She's a pacifist food scientist. She's trying to
Scientist.
discover how to make food like that grows all the time forever in any environment and like can multiply itself. So it's like super food.
Super seeds.
Yeah.
All right, so probably like some tables that have like potting soil in them, like grow lights over them. Those lights are probably actually already on.
Bunch of weird liquids.
Yeah, like racks of chemicals, probably like locked glass fronted cabinet with just vials and beakers and jars of whatever. Probably all like I mean this isn't like a mad scientist lab. They're all labeled. They're all like very fastidiously arranged.
I kind of think of it as like an Oscorp like shoot off project.
What else is down here? Like let me ask what's comfortable down here?
Who are you asking? Me?
Anybody. Anyone.
Well, my mom's office chair is really comfy. She's got like a caftan like on the back of it, and it's a nice chair.
Connor immediately sits down and spins in the chair. It kind of rolls over to like a desk or something.
Just be careful with all the glass, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, probably stuff on the glass like rattles. What are you all doing here? What's our goal?
Anything useful that could possibly explode.
Okay.
Anything shiny that could possibly explode.
Is there bleach?
Sure.
Cool.
I think just because, I mean, Opie's mom technically works for the government, right?
Yep.
I think Indy would low-key be looking to see if she had anything on aliens.
Oh.
That's fair.
How are you going to look for that?
Like I'd probably be like going through like her file cabinets and her desk for like files.
I mean, I think the answer is just no. but I like seeing Indy kind of occupied with that, like flipping through things, but not finding anything.
I mean, that's good at least. Nice to know that this is kind of a surprise for everyone. Your mom wasn't intending an apocalypse. That's cool.
No, mom's more about saving the world. If anything, she might accidentally create poison ivy or something. You know, like that crazy bad superhero lady that like makes the earth like more earth.
The person Poison Ivy.
Yeah, the person.
Any luck finding explosives?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can find that stuff if that's what we're doing down here is just kind of like grabbing some things.
Connor's definitely taking like something that looks expensive and sticking it in his pockets.
All right, something that's like not useful but is just something you want to take.
Yeah.
Are you trying to not be noticed doing this?
Yes.
All right, give me a roll for that, and I'll think about what you get.
I have sneaky too.
Yeah, grace makes sense for that to me.
5 success, 3 anger, 4 you look cool. All of those, I'm happy with all of those.
All right, you look cool even though no one sees you.
Exactly.
What's the
That's why I look cool. If no one sees it.
what's the
The anger?
about? Yeah.
What's the item?
Oh yeah, I told you I was gonna decide that.
You can make it something that makes me angry.
What would make Connor angry that she would have? Help me out. Like, what do you think it would be?
I think if there was like an award that she had won at some point,
Huh.
he would be like, oh, okay, I'll take that.
Why would that make him angry?
I think it's a mix of jealousy. Connor
Okay.
like sees it and is a little bit like, oh, well, I want that, and so he takes it.
Could it be an award that Opie won?
If there's an award that Opie won, yeah, Connor will take that.
I'm sure Opie's won something.
Yeah, mom puts me in all kinds of competitions.
Yeah. Nice. I like that.
And she's so proud.
Oh,
Yep. Opie, make sure you mark that anger
Yep.
roll. Okay.
and I mark it under Connor's name, right? Not my
Yeah.
overwhelm. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, on Connor's name. Once any of you fill those up, that's going to be your time to share a secret and get an advance. So,
We're getting closer, but we're not there yet.
all right. So you're kind of just grabbing stuff, and then what's the plan from there?
Well, guys, I think we gotta keep following this signal. Maybe if we get to the thing, then the aliens will stop bombing the city.
As in, like, give whatever it is back to them.
Yeah.
But what if it's like they're using it for not good things.
Well, and then we pull an Independence Day and use this thing to blow them up. Right?
Yeah, right.
We are very explosive.
I totally watched that movie.
Have you not seen Independence Day?
Will Smith's greatest moments.
I haven't watched a lot of movies in general. My parents wanted me to focus more on my studies.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Scarlett watched that movie, and that's why she just wanted to completely deny the existence of aliens. She was like, no, absolutely not.
If you like Independence Day, you should check out Alien. Oh, that'll give you a real fright.
That one is really scary. Connor made me watch that one. I had to hide behind the couch for like a little while.
I didn't make you watch it. You wanted to watch it yourself. I just put it on. And you were like, ooh, what's that? And I was like, it's Alien. You're like, what's Alien? I was like, this is Alien.
I mean, if they're anything like in your movies, I'll be shocked.
That'd be kind of cool, though, wouldn't it? Because then, if you think about it, maybe humans made the aliens, or like, what?
My grandfather said they were all gray and tall. I didn't buy that part.
That'd be weird.
Yeah. Aliens wouldn't look like us. That'd be weird.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, definitely weird.
Super weird.
So, follow the signal?
Yeah, let's follow the signal.
Yes.
All right. It is pretty late at this point. I think sometime in all of this like scavenging, Opie probably got a call from her mom as well, and she told her that she is that her office, like the office of the company that she works for, or the division of the government or whatever, is in Centennial Tower, which is the tallest building downtown. So she is like ground zero. She tells you, she's like glad that you're at the house. She tells you stay there. It's the safest place. She's on lockdown. She's in a safe place in the building. She's in the sub basement. Everything's fine. She's not in any danger, but they're advising that no one leave at this point.
Okay, Mom. Oh, hey, Mom. Mom.
Yes?
So, you know how, like, you do a lot of stuff to, like, make plants grow really good and stuff. Is there, like, anything that you use to, like, kill something really fast that you, like, don't want growing?
What are you talking about, Ophelia?
Well, like a really, really good weed killer or something.
This what I don't understand why you're. Yeah, I mainly use just an ammonia solution. You know that weed killers are one of the worst things for the environment. They're ruining everything for us right now. I can't believe you would even ask me that. You know how I feel about weed killers.
I know, Mom, but don't you like have to create a super monster plant that you could use to like kill the super monster plant?
Not making super monster plants, Ophelia. No, I don't have anything like that.
Okay.
Just tell me that you will stay safe.
Yeah, Mom. We're so safe. The safest.
Are you in the lab?
No.
I mean, you should be in the lab. The lab is going to be the safest place, but do not touch anything.
Well, then yes, I am in the lab, very safe.
Do not touch anything, Ophelia. I have to go. I have to go. Don't touch anything.
Okay. Nope. Bye, Mom. Love you.
Love you, Ophelia.
Don't get blown up or
touch
anything. Okay. I won't. Connor, did you see I was crossing my fingers?
How mad is your mother going to be knowing that we touched every?
Mad, but like, if we stop the aliens, then he can't be that mad.
I mean, fair enough.
That was my attempt to get something out of Mom from my mentor move, but I didn't think it worked.
Okay. Well, hey, I mean, I think let me look at the move. You talk to her. I think maybe you could still use it.
I mean, I could use it again later if something
Yeah.
comes up in her specialty.
Anytime you go to your mentor for help or advice, you can take a +1 on a single roll related to their subject of expertise. It doesn't say that the GM has to actually make them useful to you. So
That's true.
You get a reroll on anything plant related.
Yes. Excellent.
I don't know what that's going to be, but I don't doubt that you'll figure it out. So, yeah, you are all then hopping back on the ATV, I guess, and your various rocket thingies, and making your way back in the direction of the school. Where you are now, kind of on the outskirts of town, it's really not like these little bubble things aren't hitting here. You can still hear the like echoing booms in the distance. You can see smoke from the direction of the city, but it seems like you're in a pretty safe area. And the machine that you've made is leading you in the direction generally of the school. And I don't feel like I guess I'll ask, are you all willing to just take your time? Do you want to get there quickly? Do you want to like scope it out and like take it slow and get an idea of where you're going? Do you want something more than just getting there? If it's just getting there, I'm just gonna let you get there. But if it's something else, then there might be a roll.
Yeah, I think Indy would still like be keeping a lookout just in case, like, during the period that we were in the lab, like the aliens left the UFO, like if there's any on the ground from what they can tell.
Okay. I actually wanted a design roll from Indy anyway.
Hey.
So we're gonna just roll that all together. But for anybody else, is there anything that you're wanting to? Do you want to just get there?
Scarlett did not want to leave the farm in the first place because she said that she wouldn't, and is morally fighting with herself.
Yeah, so maybe we actually need to have that conversation first. So what is Scarlett's response when everybody's like, all right, we're ready to go?
Kind of like is looking for any like reasonable excuse to not. Like, it's like, come on, guys. I told my dad we wouldn't leave, and Opie, you told your mom we wouldn't leave. This isn't a good idea.
Yeah, but I was crossing my fingers, so it doesn't count.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. That's like a whole rule. Connor taught me that rule.
That is true.
Also, if you think about it, Scarlett, really what we're doing here is keeping the whole town safe because nobody else knows what the hell's going on. It's up to us. Us. It's our time down here.
And like, if someone doesn't do something, everything's gonna be destroyed.
I mean, also, don't we all just want to know how the spaceship works?
I would like to touch the space.
I would like to touch the spaceship.
Scarlett is swayed and exasperated by the speech of her friends and reluctantly decides to go along, if just to make sure that nobody dies.
That's fair.
I think Connor will go up next to her. Scarlett, think of it this way. Would you rather be waiting in your house with things going on all around you and the inability to do anything? Or do you want to try and just see what happens? Because you're going to be waiting bored and scared, or you're going to be out here with us.
You make a compelling argument as usual.
That's why Connor gets away with so much stuff.
And I also want to know how the spaceship works. Okay, we're doing this.
I mean, what do you think it is? It can't be magnets. We would be feeling it, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's not magnets.
What do you think it is?
Probably some whack alien technology, probably.
What if it's telepathy? I don't know, 'cause like fairies use bubbles to like float around and stuff, and they got telepathy.
Fairies don't exist.
What? Dude, aliens exist. We have way more stories about fairies than aliens.
But fairies, small, tiny people with wings. Come on.
Also, telepathy is just talking through the mind. I think you're looking for telekinesis. That's moving things with your mind.
Yeah, you're right. That's right, Indy.
Well, I hope it's not telekinesis, because that'd be harder to implement on technology. Brain stuff doesn't go well with physics. Metal.
Well, there's only one way to find out, guys.
Yeah, let's go.
Right. Let's get that design roll from Indy.
Let's do it. Boop. Okay.
4, 5, 6. You got a straight. It doesn't do anything.
So I do have a +1 to design.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty okay with the partial success because I have the extra. So I'm gonna see what I can change about the mood. Just for fun.
All right.
Oh boy! I give myself another point of overwhelm. We love to see it.
Oh
That wasn't where you wanted to go. So you rolled fear. Fear definitely makes sense. For your partial success, I'm gonna say you notice something, but too late to do anything about it. And I know we were kind of like your main role was scoping out for dangers, but I'm gonna send you a message.
Ooh, secret.
Secret.
You don't see any dangers around you, and
Okay.
I'm not like trying to trick you with that. That's not your partial. You like literally you're feeling pretty safe in the immediate moment. But yeah, you notice something else. Too late to really do anything about it.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, the little sensor is leading you toward the source of that energy signature that the ship above has been searching for. And you kind of make your way past the school through a little neighborhood that's nearby. And yeah, it's getting pretty close.
Is Magenta still with me?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I assume so, unless you left her behind.
No. I'd never leave my cat behind. Yeah, no, I think... Yeah, I'm just kind of like looking her over, make sure she's okay.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, here's I guess a question for Indy, or maybe for everybody. Have you ever had the gang over to your house?
I'd say a couple of times. Indy's is definitely not the place that they normally hang out at. But yeah, like I'd say like they've met Indy's parents at least once.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, they're quiet folk. They just like work from home. Nothing. It's a very boring house.
Yeah. So I think you probably in the dark, in the middle of the night, everybody's kind of like, wait, I think we just pulled up in front of Indy's house. Is that yeah? I think yeah. This is Indy's house where the signal seems to be coming from.
Hmm.
Oh, and then I also rolled 6 for the side effects. So what extra do I get?
Um, that was it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Indy? This is your house, right?
Yeah, maybe the machine's broken. Did you check it? I mean, the ATV ride was pretty rocky.
Oh, well, I can check it. Hold on. Check, 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 check. Does it look okay?
Give me a design roll on that.
Design roll. Brr, brr, brr. I get 2 rerolls, so I'll reroll this one. Nope.
That
One
was
more
worse.
time. Oh
no!
no!
Oh, that was way worse.
Right.
Oh
It got
no!
worse and worse.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I blow up the machine.
Um. Well, it's just a failure, so it's not super bad. You just didn't. Um. So what you ended up with was a failure, a thrill for your mood, and an
Hope for her.
extra. What's that? Oh,
Hope for
hope,
her.
hope. Sorry, hope. Yeah. Um, I looked at that wrong. Um, so yeah, like you're checking it out, and you're really not sure that it actually is working properly. Like you do another little adjustment, and like now, like I imagine like Connor's standing there off to one side, and now like it's picking up a signal from that direction too, and like maybe it is just messed up.
Oh, no, guys. I really thought this was working.
Or your extra, hmm, I don't know. Do you have any idea? Anybody have a pitch for me on that? What little extra success you could have out of that, along with your failure?
Um, we could use it. I I don't mind giving myself away a little bit. Like sort of like an insight check on Indy of sorts.
Yeah, okay. So like the the machine might be not working right, but you also feel like Indy is maybe acting weird.
I mean, I think it's working. Maybe it's not working. There's 2 signals now, but Indy, you
Yeah.
you seem to be hiding something. Come on, there's no secrets in Rocket Club.
That was very meta.
Thank you.
Connor Finnegan shuffles anxiety with anxiety.
um, I mean, I feel like I've been pretty honest for the most part.
The most part that implies that there's part that's not been honest though.
Um, okay. Why don't you guys come inside?
Okay. I'm gonna pick up my little machine and bring it with me.
Opie, can I see it?
Okay. Here you go.
Like, Connor just wants to take a look at it.
All right. Is there anything you're looking for in particular?
Um, just double checking Opie's work, making sure she's right. I trust her, but also I was pretty confident that I was working, that we got it figured out.
All right. Do you want to do that design roll too, or is there something else that you think would work?
I would start by just doing some preliminary, like moving it around, trying to see where it points, see if it really is just pointing over at Indy's place, anywhere else.
All right. I mean, go ahead and make a roll for that. But what trait do you feel like you're using there?
Probably design.
All right.
One, two, six. No,
Ooh.
not at all.
Oof.
Oh no. Ooh. So one is a
I got no
misfire,
real
which
rolls
means
either,
that,
so that's it.
yeah. So things are gonna go bad there. I think that I think you break it.
Oh, we
Oh, no.
broke it.
Like you're messing around with it a little bit, trying to figure out if it's working, and it seems like you're not really getting anything, and then you turn it in a certain way and it just like stops. Like the little beeping or whatever signal it was doing is just, it shuts off entirely.
Is
Aw,
Opie
man.
watching me? Oh no. Opie sees it. Oh well. I'm sorry, Opie.
I was going to say, you rolled an extra there. If you want that little extra thing to be that nobody notices, that's fine.
Yeah, if no one notices, then I'll hide it.
All right.
Stick it in my pocket where I put the trophy and other things.
Yeah. I'm imagining this thing is like,
It's a little bigger than your pocket.
I just kind of set it off in a bush off to the side.
somebody's going to notice that. If you just don't have it anymore. I think you could play off that like you didn't break it, but I don't know if you could hide the whole thing.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, yeah, no, I don't think it's working. Seems to be now it's not even doing anything.
Oh. That's not good.
No, I guess. I mean, it brought us here. You wanted us to come inside?
Yeah, sure, you guys can come in.
I mean, my parents were telling us to go home anyway.
You rolled sadness on that too, so make sure you mark your overwhelm.
Yeah. What happens when overwhelm gets to 3 again? I'm at 2 right now.
You get overwhelmed. It's kind of a mixed bag, but basically you're overwhelmed with your own emotion. Once we hit there, I can, or if somebody hits that, we can talk about it. But
yeah, I'm also at 2 overwhelmed. It's a fun
yeah,
time.
I know. Yeah. I thought we'd hit some secrets before we hit some overwhelms, but we'll see how this goes. So are you heading inside?
Yeah, let's head in.
All right.
Yeah, so you walk through the front door into Indy's little house, little boring house. What's it like in there?
Yeah, I'd say it's like just kind of your standard mid-century home. Like, it is almost unnaturally clean, like no one really lives there. Like, the way that you see like homes decorated in like magazines. Um, and yeah, are Indy's parents home?
Yeah, for sure. I think probably as soon as you come in, like Indy's mom pokes her head. Is it mom and dad?
Yeah, mom and dad.
Okay. Indy's mom like pokes her head out of the kitchen and is like, looks like she was just washing dishes or something, and is like, "Oh, Indy, you're home. Oh, your friends are here. How nice."
Hey, mom. Yeah, we're home.
She doesn't seem concerned at all.
Yeah. Mom, it's a little crazy out there. Is it okay if they need to stay the night?
Oh, I suppose it's not a school night, so it's as long as it's okay with their parents.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be fine with them, right, guys?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Um, I'm good for now. I think there was snacks at the dance.
I would love some food. Thank you.
Oh yeah, can if they want snacks, snacks would be great.
Sure, let me see what we have. And I think like his dad calls from the other room, is like, "Is that Indy I hear?
Yeah, Dad, that's me.
How was the dance?"
Uh, honestly, pretty wild. There's there's a lot going out in the town right now.
Probably another like rumble, like boom boom from not as far away as you'd like it to be.
Can I do something weird?
Yeah.
Opie's like weirded out by how chill they are, so I'm gonna go follow Indy's mom into the kitchen and like poke her arm just to see if it's flesh.
Okay. um, I mean, yeah, it's flesh, but I really want to have you roll something here.
I I want. Is she a robot? I need to know if she's a robot.
Okay, so you're investigating whether or not she's a robot.
Yes.
If you're investigating by poking her, can we make that an impact roll? Because I don't think anybody's
Yes.
rolled impact yet. You have something in that, I think.
I do. Yes.
All right.
Rolling.
I have no idea what's going to come of this roll, but I'm excited to see.
Oh no. Okay.
Currently
I have
nothing.
one reroll. Hold on. I'll do this one. I'm gonna reroll this one.
Keep the draw attention.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so you got a
Ooh.
success. You got fear.
I get to mark that down.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm terrified that she's gonna like her face is gonna rip off and she's just gonna be like a robot skeleton. Like,
I need to figure out what a success on that actually looks like. I mean, for one, like she's she's squishy. She feels like human. She turns and is like, oh, what is it, dear? But at the same time, I think you do notice that like you poke her in the arm, it feels like a normal squishy fleshy arm, and she turns and like makes the mom smile and asks you like what you need. But it's just not right.
Indy, your mom's a robot.
Huh? What do you mean my mom's a robot? That's ridiculous.
Indy, is your mom a robot?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna do something weird again, and I'm gonna try to like, I don't know, like bite her or something.
Bite
Bite
her?
No. No.
Hiya!
No.
I was gonna say that the draw attention on that last roll was Indy noticing this, but you literally said out loud, Indy, your mom's a robot. So yeah, I think that took care of it.
Beautiful.
So are you biting Indy's mom?
I don't know if I'd bite her, but I'd definitely like try and like do something, like karate chop her or something.
Okay.
She's not normal.
So you're attacking.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. That's gonna be another roll, I think.
Yes. Wait, what is attacking in this game count as?
Impact?
Just like any roll, it could be anything. I think impact probably makes the most sense. It could
Okay.
be propulsion if you're trying to be really quick. It could be like
I'm gonna leave it at
That's good.
that. I'm sorry, Indy. Your mom's a robot. I don't know what else to do.
You look cool doing so.
Yes, I
I
think like
took Krav Maga classes.
are you good with the mood too? You want to leave that at sad?
Yeah,
I really want it to be fear,
'cause
but I don't want to force you to re-roll it.
I mean I can re-roll it. Here, hold on, I'll re-roll.
It could be anything.
He's okay with
Sad's
it.
good too. Oh yeah, you hit with sad. That's right. You want to leave it?
Yeah, I'll leave it. I'm
Okay,
sad
so-
because, like, Indy doesn't even have a family. He's not only the new kid, he doesn't have a real family.
I know
Poor
his mom's been
Indy.
replaced with a robot. Yeah. So you look cool, like pulling out some kind of karate move. What does this attack look like? Super cool attack.
The super cool attack is I think it's super cool. I think most adults would be like, what is happening? But I do like one of those, like, you know, when at the end of a karate class, when you pass a belt, you have to do a combination of, like, I break this board and that board and this board. It's that.
Okay.
But, like, on her arms or something.
Yeah, I think you do this like motion of attacks, and again, she doesn't really react the way you think, but like snaps. It's like you just attacked a like karate master. Like she like switches and um like grabs your arm as you're swinging and like turns it and pushes you against the wall. So I want another roll from you to defend yourself as you're now being attacked in return.
Oh no.
And let me pull up my attack move. So yeah, so I can use the GM move attack here. You can roll grace or propulsion to evade, design, or impact to fight back.
I'm gonna roll design to fight back because
All right.
that's who Indy is.
Yeah. And fighting is going to be considered a risky action, but you don't have to worry about that because you just rolled a big old success.
Hell yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna re-roll this one though. Okay, that's better.
All right. So you got success, hope, and you learn something. So you managed to like pull your arm out of the way, dodge. What question do you want to ask here?
Oh, what are the questions? Hold on. I think it has to be what has been hidden or overlooked because that's the mystery I'm trying to uncover right now. What is she?
Yeah, let me ask before I answer that. What is Indy's immediate reaction to this?
I think you just watch Indy, like, in a panic, just go, okay. Mom, power down.
I knew it.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, mom like just immediately pops out of this aggressive stance, like stands up upright, arms at the sides, eyes close, and yeah, what was being hidden was that mom is a robot.
Surprise?
Why? You're so good at robotics.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my mom, my dad, also Magenta, all robots. Yeah.
I knew there was something wrong with the cat.
Magenta's probably like rubbing up against somebody's leg right now.
Why do you work for the government, Indy? Wait. Are you the alien baby?
Alien baby?
Well, yeah, because they were sending out a signal, and then there was another signal on Earth that was a little bit like it, but not completely like it. So I was like, oh, they're looking for their alien baby.
Oh, God. Shoot.
Hey, let's interrupt you all right here.
Cool.
This seems like just a great moment for an interruption. Um, Everybody's phones start getting a chime or vibration or whatever you have it set as for a text message. And I don't know who's going to be the first to pull their phone out during this situation.
Probably Indy, like, oh shit, my phone.
Connor will also reach for his phone.
Yeah. Yeah, so anybody who looks at their phone, the screen has just gone like this solid blue-green color. It's like you haven't gotten a text message, like something's wrong with your phone. It's a solid blue-green color, and then in red-orange text it says, "This is not your home."
God. Okay. Oh no.
What's Scarlett been doing this whole time?
Sorry. Just
Panicking.
like cannot comprehend what on earth just went down. Like at first was like trying to stop Opie from doing what she was doing, was like, no, don't, we don't attack adults randomly, don't do that. But then, like, towards the end of it was just kind of probably, like, looking at Indy with, like, the most stunned look, like, excuse you, what? What just happened? And is probably kind of just still, like, standing there stunned. Probably hasn't touched her phone either. It's just kind of like, I need answers. Answers are required. What is going on?
I'm gonna imagine that Scarlett is like a little bit outside of the kitchen as well, like in the foyer or the hallway, and you can see into like the living room. There's a TV, and the TV also has this. It's this solid blue green with the same message in red orange text. Very jarring contrast of colors. And Connor, your snack is not being made anymore.
No, it is not.
Yeah, if you just want to rummage through the fridge, there's not a lot in there. I kind of do my own grocery shopping, so.
No, I'm good.
Scarlett instantly is like, I can make snacks. Just do people want snacks? I can make snacks. Just to like do anything.
Guys, what is happening?
That's what I want to know.
Indy, please explain.
Quick question for Indy before we get there, a character sheet question. Who
Uh-huh.
are you closest to filling up your advanced track on? Is there any way that one more roll is going to let you spill your secret?
So I only have one on each of Opie and Connor, and then two on Overwill.
We'll just we'll just roll with it then. So
Okay. Because if it feels like narratively good to disregard the point system, I think I'm okay with that.
I think we'll follow the mechanics, and in some way or another, you're gonna still be hiding things.
Cool.
You can decide what that looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, I will admit I do know what they're looking for.
And that is?
It's actually right here. And he goes, picks up Magenta, and takes her collar off. It's this here, and it's like a little star-shaped.
Oh, wait. Gotta pause that. Because that collar disappeared a while ago.
What? Oh,
I forgot that.
no. Well, it was around her. Oh God. That's not good. Um, well, I would be showing you her. It the tag on her collar was actually a computer chip hiding some pretty sensitive stuff.
Indy, are you? How did you get an alien chip? Are you also part of the government?
I think the important thing right now is to figure out where that chip went. Would are we able to fix the machine outside? Because if it's not here,
But the signal came to this house. So, should we look for her collar in here? Maybe she lost her collar here.
I mean, yeah, that could work. I don't know. I think Indy also goes to like check on their parent software. If that makes sense. Just to see like if there's anything off with it, like they've been hacked.
Okay. Is that something you want to make a roll for?
Yeah, we can call that design maybe, because it's
Yeah.
working with robotics.
And I thought Connor was saying something a minute ago. Did you have something?
No, he's just a little concerned. I mean, he's known Indy for not long, but for a little while now, and now there's all this weird stuff going on.
Okay, I'm re-rolling my extra. Oh boy. Um, so I got a success. The emotion is sadness, and I look foolish.
Oof.
Yeah. Is there like sorry. Is there like a really weird like access point? Like you have to lift up her arm and like go into her armpit or something like that?
I think it's very much the case of he just pulls a wig off her head, and it's like surprisingly like kind of weird looking. It's like when they have like those like uncanny valley looking robots, but now like that the wig is off, it's very obviously a robot. And also just doubly the fact that Indy is so nervous about Magenta's collar being missing that he is just like fumbling a lot and like just kind of muttering to himself like in a panic as he's like looking through his mom's brain.
All right, yeah. So looking a little foolish, but it's a success, and you don't notice anything wrong. It seems like everything responded accurately. It's just that Opey triggered that defense mechanism that was programmed in there to begin with. And Connor, you've now filled up your advanced track with Indy. So how this works is you're seeing this recurring feeling of sadness in your friend that reminds you of the way that you feel. You feel a connection. You feel like you could share your secret with your friend Indy, and you're compelled to do that. You don't have to. How this works is if you share your secret and if Indy is supportive of you, you'll both get an advance. And if you have the opportunity to share, which I think you kind of do in this moment, and you choose not to, you'll take tension.
Can I make things a little spicy here?
Heck yeah.
See, as the troublemaker, I have this one ability called Break the Rules, where once per game session, you can break the rules of the game and change the
Okay.
mechanics or insert your own. I, with Indy, would like to try and play a little game of high card draw. Since Connor loves sleight of hand and card tricks, we might as well make things interesting and see if she pulls the win and draws top card, then I spill. And if I don't, if I pull top card, then I keep my secret.
Can I break the rules even more there?
Sure.
I mean, yeah, the answer is yes, I can. How about if you win, Indy shares their secret?
There.
Ooh.
We'll make the deal.
And we'll treat the mechanics of sharing the secret the same. We'll consider it as though the track had filled up there, and yeah. How do we want to do this card draw? Do we need to
I know
look
there's
up
websites. We could just grab the same website. There's random card pullers and stuff. Been sitting on this mechanic. I was like, I gotta wait for the right moment.
All right. I am. Let's see. It says deck of cards with friends. Oh, multiplayer. Okay, I'm getting it going.
I feel like Indy in this moment is just like, the world is ending and you want to play a card game.
I'm thinking of this mechanically, but I don't know if it's at this. Well, okay, we could play it out. I think. Yeah. We'll see what happens, and then I will role play it because I have an idea of how this would work.
I just dropped a link
Cool.
to Turquoise Menace.
All right. All right. So it's just high card draw. Whoever draws the top.
That's not a good draw for Connor.
Connor gets a 4.
Okay, and for Indy.
Ooh,
King of clubs.
That's a win. That's a king.
There you go.
So are you seeing this as an actual?
Not originally. I'll leave it up to Indy if you want to. I have an idea of what Connor would do to propose this idea, but.
Oh yeah, no, go for it.
I think Connor sees everyone kind of looking for things, and he'll go over to Indy and ask, "Hey, can we talk privately for a second?" And then just as wherever you take him, he'll pull out a deck of cards out of his pocket. You've seen him with this deck of cards many of times. He does it for card tricks.
Okay, what's this about?
We need to talk. You're obviously things are going on with you, and I think there are some things you would be interested to know, but we can't make it simple.
What are you proposing? To make it complicated?
Oh, always. I have a deck of cards here. You've got something you're hiding. There's something I would rather not share, but might be important. So whoever draws high card gets to hear what the other person has to say.
Deal.
All right. Let's see. 4. What's yours?
Grabs the card. Oh, I got a king.
All right. You can't tell anyone else, all right? No one knows, and I'd rather not tell people.
I promise.
He goes and kind of opens up the little side satchel on his belt and pulls out, kind of detaches it and then dumps it out, and a bunch of stuff falls out. And you see the trophy of Opey's trophy. You see just a bunch of little knickknack stuff. You see the little cat color as well. I would ask Opey and Scarlett what are some things that they lost a while back that were significant to them. Because those are things that Indy would see here.
I think probably Opie has a keepsake that was from her dad, who's not in the picture anymore. and it went missing a while ago. It's like something insignificant, like a bottle cap or something, but it was really significant to Opie.
Scarlett probably had some type of like, I would say it's like a necklace, and it was something gifted to her by somebody that she looked up uh, to remind her of things that they had told her, but she lost it a while ago.
Connor kind of dumps them all out on the bag and quickly looks for the little cat collar and then hands it over to Indy. Doesn't say anything.
You took it?
Doesn't say anything.
You took it?
Yeah.
Do you know how dangerous that could have been for you?
No, it's a cat collar.
Right. You wouldn't have known. God. I'm upset, but I can't be that upset. You didn't know until I literally said what it was.
Look, you won't tell the others, will you?
I mean, that's on you to fess up,
I know.
but that's not cool, dude.
I know. Anyway, you have it back. And he takes all the stuff back and puts it in a little side satchel and clips it on his belt again. Picks up his deck of cards, shuffles them up, turns to walk out.
Right. So the advanced mechanics here depend on Indy being a supportive friend. Was Indy a supportive friend in that scene? Does Connor deserve to have a supportive friend in that scene?
I think she was as supportive as she can be. Like, she didn't like say that the bad behavior was good, but she also gave him the opportunity to come clean to
Right.
everybody else.
That's fair. I guess maybe the question goes to Connor. Do you feel like he was a supportive friend?
I mean, I think as supportive as she can be. I mean, with everything she's hiding, I don't know how much she can open herself up to be supportive.
Also, just to clear up, Indy uses he/they pronouns.
True, sorry.
All good.
So Connor can take a major advance. You can add 1 point to a trait. You can choose a move from your reputation. You can choose a move from a different reputation. You can change your reputation. And Indy can take a minor advance. You can clear all of your tension, clear all of your overwhelm points, which is probably what you want to do. Take a +1 reroll on a future action, or heal 1 harm, and you don't have any harm, so you can ruminate on that if you want to.
I'll have to look at it and see.
So yeah, so Indy heads back into the kitchen. Meanwhile, what are Opie and Scarlett doing?
Opie said that we should look through the house for the cat collar, so that's probably exactly
Okay.
what she went to go do. So that moment could have happened totally by themselves because Opie went looking.
And Scarlett?
Also, probably helping, but probably snooping a little bit, because like
Okay.
a lot of weird things just happened, and she's kind of like, I don't like it here anymore. Is there anything else that needs to be found? Because
Yeah.
that was weird.
Why don't you guys roll something and we'll see what you come up with. I'm not sure exactly what there is to find in Indy's house, but at least one more robot.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say I'm gonna roll impact because Opie's just kind of frantic at this point. So we're like
right.
taking drawers out and throwing all the clothes away and like all that stuff. Cool.
Probably roll propulsion, trying to like look through things fast and snoop as well as possible.
I don't want to reroll. I think I'll keep that one.
All right. So you both rolled a success. You both rolled fear, and Opie has learned something, and Scarlett has extra. But Scarlett, you probably don't want to roll fear, right?
Not particularly. No, I'll reroll it. That's
All
better.
right. Love. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Let's start with Opie. So you succeeded. You did. Well, I mean, you're searching for a cat collar, and you didn't find that. But we'll say that you must have figured out something. Indy, what what else is in your house?
Yeah. Would either of you have gone into Indy's bedroom?
Yes, because that's where the cat would be like snuggling.
Yeah, that's a reasonable place to go.
So I'll say over by Indy's like closet. One of the doors seems like noticeably locked, and you accidentally like hit a button somewhere, and it opens, but you can kind of see like it was like switching around to like a secret other side, and you see a pair of metallic wings there.
Indy's a superhero.
Interesting. What do you want to ask for your side effect, your learn something?
I think she just like answered it. I think Indy answered it.
Well, I mean, go ahead and do something else, because I mean, the answer was your main role. That was your outcome. So we'll give you
Okay.
something else. It could be like unrelated if you want.
I guess my next question would be, what will Indy do next? Now that I've
Ooh.
found your secret identity.
All right, that's another question for Indy.
I mean, besides panic.
Fair.
I could maybe throw something at you here, if that's okay.
Yeah. What's your suggestion?
So there's you rolled the fear, and that's Indy's mood also. I think like
Yes.
one of the whole concepts here is like mood recognizes mood. You know that what will Indy do next? Indy is afraid, and that fear is going to stand in the way of maybe it just makes what he's going to do next unpredictable.
Yeah, I mean, I think in a way, panic is the answer. Like, things are sort of unraveling on their end in terms of everything that they've been hiding very quickly. And so I think, yeah, he's just scared about, like, what extent his friends are going to find out about him.
And I want to say with Scarlett's role, you rolled the mood love. I want to say what you find. Again, you're both looking for a collar and you're not finding it because we already know where it is. But you're finding something and you're finding out about your friend Indy. This is like turning out to be a lot about Indy, but
It is their house. Seems
yeah,
like.
what would Scarlett find that would show how much Indy cares about this group of friends?
Ooh, okay. Whereas I think there are a couple, like, fake family photos on the walls, like, of the house. You would just notice that there are so many more pictures of Indy and his friends on the walls.
Aww.
So, like, from, like, all the individual hangs, all the group hangs, probably, like last fall's, like, homecoming dance. Just, like, all of, like, these cute, like, little moments. Like, the only thing that is, like, not pristine about this house is just, like, the sheer amount of things that Indy has around that just reminds him of his friends.
Right.
So cute.
Little knickknacks and things.
Or Scarlett's extra on the side effect. Now I'm gonna break the rules. Again, I'm
Oh.
allowed, but just because this is like
Do
the moment
it.
for it, I'm gonna say if Scarlett wants to, you can like reach out to Indy, and I'm just gonna have Indy fill up that advanced track with Scarlett, and you could share the secret if you want to.
Ooh.
If Scarlett makes that, Scarlett is like seeing like you're weirded out, you don't know what's going on, but you can see that Indy really, really cares about this group of people.
So I have the option if I want to.
Yes, if you want to. I mean, if that's what Scarlett would do.
Yeah, no, I totally forgot as well that Scarlett, since they both have fear as their emotion, I would have to with Scarlett. So that's pretty dang close.
Yeah.
You know, why the heck not? Yeah, we can do that. I am going to go seek out Indy, overwhelmed with just the understanding of how much he needs the connection right now and the understanding that we're not going anywhere. And I feel like confiding in him will help solidify that. So I go find.
Yeah, I think you just run into him as Indy's coming out of talking with Connor, carrying the collar.
I found it.
Oh,
It was just he must have taken it off by accident or something.
well, that's good. Look, I know you kind of just were talking, but I need to talk to you real quick. Is that all right?
Oh, yeah. Lot of talking today, huh? Yeah. Cool.
So I'm gonna like kind of gently pull Indy back into the room that he just came out of with Connor. And Scarlett kind of paces around for a couple of minutes, like thinking of how to phrase it. But then looks at Indy and is like, I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
I am afraid that people will see me and see right through all of the heroism. I am scared that people will see that I am not who they think that I am. I'm afraid people will look at me and see a bad person. And I can see that you're afraid because people are finding out things about you that you didn't want them to know. And I'm sorry.
Indy just starts crying. I didn't want anyone to be scared of me. You're all so wonderful, and I feel so safe here, and now everything's falling apart. I don't know what to do, Scarlett. I don't know what to do.
He kind of smiles tearfully back and says, whatever happens, we're going to figure out what to do together. None of us are going anywhere, all right?
Okay. God, shoot, fine, okay. I think you watch like Indy focus for a second, and then sort of starting from the center, and then like slowly spreading out, like from their chest, like across their body, like around their face. Their skin starts to turn purple, with like these cool sort of like streaks of white around like their arms and their face, and then you watch as Indy takes out their bright blue contact to reveal just kind of like a sort of like different shades of white eye underneath. Like you can tell that there's an iris there, but it's so light that against like the white of their eye, it's a bit harder to notice. Fuck, I'm the alien baby. I'm the alien baby.
Can I come running downstairs?
Yeah, I think it's probably best if everybody comes in.
Opie comes running down the stairs. You guys, it's okay. Indy's a superhero, and we just have to take care of them and love them because I'm sure they're very scared. And then Indy's the alien baby.
Just crying.
Oh, Indy, it's okay. And Opie's gonna like run up to Indy and wrap herself around their legs because they're much taller than me.
Indy hugs Opie back, just sobbing.
It's okay, being a superhero is really hard. I've read all about it in the comic books. You need lots of friends.
I'm not a superhero, I'm just a coward.
No, you shoot rockets with us. That's really brave.
No, I'm a coward, and that's why they're here. I ran away, and now they're looking for me. And I also stole a bunch of shit.
I steal a bunch of shit from Mom's closet all the time.
Yeah, but this time it's like secret alien technology that they want to use to destroy the world.
Are you related to
I think it's my sister.
Oh, so we shouldn't Independence Day them.
I mean, preferably not, but also they're really bad people.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just say at this moment in all of the like sobbing, Indy maybe also realizes that Scarlett opened up to him and he didn't really respond to that.
Yeah, I think he kind of like collects himself for a moment. He looks to Scarlett and is just like, but yeah, no, you're okay. It's okay to be not perfect all the time. I'm clearly not. You are an amazing person, and even if you aren't a hero all the time, you're still our friend.
She gives kind of like a weary smile, like almost like a really wanting to believe him, but not quite, and also a little bit apprehensive because he did just respond right in front of Opie when I opened up to him one on one.
Sorry. Gosh, sorry. I'm feeling a lot right now. I should have been better about that.
She shrugs it off. No, it's all right.
And I think at this moment, Robot Dad walks up to the doorway. Says, "Is everyone okay? How are those snacks coming, hun?" And I wanna do another time jump. We're gonna jump ahead and set ourselves up for next time for our final session. I think that y'all have talked. You've come to the conclusion based on what Indy knows and what you've all observed and everything, that the only way to deal with this threat is to face it head on. You need to either be able to communicate or get on the ship in order to do anything. So I want to jump ahead and get us closer to that place where we initially started with the kind of future scene at the very beginning of the game, and say another day has passed. There have been more of these bombs going off around the city. The ship has like fired laser blasts at the roads out of town, kind of just causing destruction and trapping people there. The message on everyone's phones, and it's everyone's phones in town, saying this is not your home, changed at some point to "I will turn this all to dust." In all of this destruction and fear, the school gym where the dance was held not very long ago, though it seems like a very long time, has turned into like a shelter for people. Towers out in different places. Houses have been destroyed by these bubble things. So people have kind of sought shelter in the school gym. Because of where it is, kind of on the edge of town, it's in like a little, like a low area. It really hasn't been hit. It seems like it's a pretty safe place. So we're going to meet up with all of you gathered in the shelter of the school gym. The Valentine's Day dance decorations are still hung around, but now the place is filled with like cots and sleeping bags, and like makeshift sheets have been hung in between places where different families are gathered. Scarlett's family is there. Connor's dad is there. His mom is probably still at the hospital. Opey's mom is still hunkered down in the middle of the city. Indy's parents are still robots. But you've all been hanging out there a little bit. You have access to your lab. You've got all the stuff that you stole from Opie's mom's lab, and you've been talking, you've been preparing, and what I want to end this session with is something that's actually not in the guide that I gave all of you, but is a little secret part of the game. So Rocket Club includes several what I call mini games called club activities. So they're things that the club does as a group to kind of set up and prepare for things. And one of those is called War Room. So I'm going to read to you. Something big is coming up, and your club is working as a team to plan and strategize your next actions. You might be planning an attack, a heist, an infiltration, a competition, a debate, or any other caper. Whatever you're planning should be the very next thing that happens in the game. Players will take turns choosing from a list of risks and rolling dice to create a pool of advantages that can be used in the upcoming scenes. Along the way, you'll also establish a pool of risks, negative occurrences, or dangers that the GM will work into the scenes ahead. As we roll these, you'll kind of describe just sort of atmospherically what's going on in the planning session, but you're not actually coming up with like this, we're going to do this first and then this. It's kind of like we're assuming that you're making plans without actually hearing them on screen. And I am going to like fully unprepared for this, but I'm going to get you all the things that you need to know in a reasonable time period, which I'm doing right now and filling. So what do we first see everybody doing in this school gym turned shelter?
I think Opie has definitely got like those rolly chalkboards that like flip over that are in every science room.
Yeah.
She has definitely brought that into the gym and is scribbling on it, being like, okay, we know we want this to happen. We also don't want this to happen. What are the pros and cons of using this kind of rocket? Like we're writing all of the thought bubbles in their own little section. We're charting it out.
Indy would be like using their human form in the school gym.
Yeah, I hope so.
Has like magenta on his lap, like sitting on one of the cots. Kind of doing his best to kind of give everyone like the lowdown of like what he knows about like their goals and operations and whatnot. But I feel like in a sort of meta way, the way he's talking about it would be like akin to like how people talk about their D&D games. And he was like, yeah, so the female fighter wants to get the precious artifact back for such and such a reason, etc., etc.
So you're going code.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've linked you all to a Google Doc. You can open that up. And I'll walk you through all of this. So and point you to the things that you need to look at. So first step of the game is determining a target number for the challenge. It starts at 2, and I'm going to add to it based on the difficulty of the task, which I'm going to say is very difficult. So your target number is going to start at 5, and subtract 1 from that and make it 4, because no one has any harm. And if any 2 characters have 2 or more overwhelm boxes filled, does anyone have 2 or more overwhelm filled? I think Connor does.
I do. I have 2. Connor has 2.
Anybody else?
I used my minor
That was what I
advantage
thought.
to get rid of my overwhelm.
Okay.
I have none.
Cool. So
None.
your difficulty is going to be 4. So beginning with the player whose character speaks first or calls the meeting to order, and that sounds like Opey. Each player will choose 1 risk from the list below, and this is kind of a gamble. Like, you might get that risk, you might get an advantage, you might get both. Your group is in a really good position because the genius and the trouble reputation both have an advantage here. If you scroll down to the list of risks, you can choose one of those. And these are things that if you land on that, it's going to come up in mission. It's going to get in your way. So Opie, you can choose one of those, and then you're going to roll 2d6, and take the highest. You want to get at or above your target number of 4.
I'm gonna say, let's do greater numbers. We saw us fighting greater numbers.
Yeah.
Let's do that one. Okay, so 2d6.
Yeah, roll 2d6. We're going to take the highest one. You really want to get above 4, which you did. So you rolled a 6, actually, so you get 2 advantages. And advantages are just going to be like points, basically. And you can use those in our next session to do helpful things.
So those are just points.
Yeah, an extra reroll, change your side effect die to learn something, avoid taking tension. There are things like that. So now that you've rolled, you can briefly describe a snapshot of what's going on in the room. Again, it's not like you saying this is the plan, but some examples in the document are the character unrolling a map, someone laughing at a joke, shadow of a cat slinking by under a table. It's just atmosphere, like what you're seeing in this space right now.
We definitely see Opie like pull out some kind of mechanism and start tinkering with it. That's like there's tinkering involved throughout the meeting.
Right. So next is going to be Scarlett. I'm just going our way kind of around the imaginary table. So you can choose one of the risks.
See, the problem is these don't just affect me.
Yes, it's true.
I think greater numbers is a pretty safe one to try to roll on, so yeah, I'll go with that too.
So you are just going to roll
2d6?
1d6, because you are not a
1d6.
genius or trouble.
Great.
So you got equal to the target, so you're going to take that risk and get an advantage. And describe something that's happening in the space.
Scarlett is likely running around and motivating her friends. Also occasionally checking on Sunny or occupying her in some way or another, so is like divided between those two things.
All right. So next up is Connor. Oh no, actually, next up is
Alright.
me. The GM goes too. So I
Ooh.
am going to take. I'm gonna take accidental injury. No, I'm gonna take forgotten item.
No. That's like the one I didn't want.
But I mean, it's still just a dice roll for me, so who knows what's gonna happen. It's a 6, so I gave you 2 more
Yeah.
advantages. So yeah, now Connor.
Alright. Connor, I saw it says you can, was it, choose 2 risks instead and lower the target number by 1?
Yes, I did not say that out loud, but yes, you can choose 2 risks.
I want to play the game.
All right.
And I'm going to do let's go, watchful eyes and accidental injury.
Okay. And you're taking 2d6, and your target is 3 now, so you have a pretty good chance.
2 and 3.
Ooh.
I knew it.
All right.
Well, there we go.
I mean, it's good that you did the risk. So if you roll your target number exactly, you'll add 1 risk and 1 advantage. So which of those risks do you want to add?
Accidental injury. I'll give you something fun to play with.
Yeah, thank you. And finally, Indy. Oh, also, yeah. What's your scene? What's happening in the room?
I think Connor's just sitting on one of the chairs watching as Opey talks, and just throughout the day, he just sits there. He doesn't meet anyone's eyes, just kind of fiddling with his cards. Whenever a teacher will come over, he'll stand up to talk to him and like give him a lie about what they're doing.
Right. All right, then it's Indy.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go for watchful eyes, actually, because
All right.
considering we're going to be meeting like a bunch of important people in Indy's life, I think that's rather spicy. All right. That's a 2.
Ooh, that is a failure. So, you haven't planned well enough, so I just add the risk.
Cool.
And you don't get any advantage out of that. But you have gotten 6 advantage points. Your risks are greater numbers, accidental injury, and watchful eyes. Oh, and also, sorry, Indy, what do we see as you're doing your part of the planning?
I think it's literally like Indy is trying to remember the layout of the ship and like drawing in like a sketchbook,
Oh, nice.
like to the best of his memory, like a map of the spaceship.
Yeah, so, and I didn't do my scene either. I think my scene is Magenta, the cat, kind of like slinking around, brushing up in between people's legs as they sit at the table.
Aw.
I'm gonna say we'll go ahead with that. And just to finish things off tonight, we will jump ahead once more to where we initially saw our gang.
Soundstripe.
You all scramble over the heap of bricks and rubble where Opey just knocked down a building. Plumes of smoke drift through the air. Opey's ATV rolls to a stop, the engine still rumbling. Connor swings down on one of his cables, touching down on one side of the ATV, while Indy steps up on the other side. Scarlett swoops by, making a loop above everyone before landing nearby. You all look to the sky ahead of you. The tallest building in town, Centennial Tower, stands a block away, and in the sky above it, the sinking sun gleams off of metal. The alien craft floats soundlessly, dreamily overhead, its smooth surface reflecting fiery oranges and reds. From one of its enormous wings that projects out from the side like a bulky fan blade, on the bottom, a square of metal separates from the surface and slides downward. It presses out until you see it break free as an immense gray cube. It falls almost in slow motion. From the top side, it looks like it's trailing a bunch of ribbons or ropes. You watch as it picks up speed, then smashes into the street ahead of you. The ground shakes. The thing is 3 stories high at least. Its flat surfaces are covered with lines, angles, riveted panels, pipes, and vents. What you thought were ribbons are actually a tangle of huge, thick tentacles. It's like a giant squid or octopus is trapped inside a metal box. Just its squirming arms sticking out one end. The tentacles flex and thrash wildly. They lift the cube up and swing it to one side, crashing into the front of a building like a wrecking ball. Then they bring the cube down to the street, upending a car, cracking the pavement. It doesn't seem like it's aware of you, if it's aware of anything at all, but it thrashes and crashes between you and your goal, and it moves ever closer. And that is where we'll find our heroes next week.
So now it's not only a mission to save Earth, but to save Rocket Club, because Rocket Club only still exists because Indy is in the Rocket Club.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
If Indy gets taken back to their home planet, Rocket Club is done.
Yeah.
Indy gets grounded by their alien family.
We must save the club.
Yeah. What's worse, losing the city or losing the club?
Thank you all for listening to the Agent Journey podcast. We hope you are enjoying the campaign. Don't forget, you can listen to our podcast on our podcast website, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Lists will be in the description below. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. You can support the podcast on Patreon or join our Discord. Enjoy the journey.